Speed has always fascinated people because it compresses time. It turns distance into something you can feel in your chest. But raw power alone is not what captures imagination. It is the control, the precision, the balance between man and machine that separates chaos from art. Every decade, a machine arrives that changes what we think a road-going performance vehicle can be. It bridges the gap between professional racing technology and what an ordinary rider or driver can experience on a public road. This story follows one of those rare creations. A machine that redefines that boundary and sets a new reference point for mechanical excellence. If you appreciate stories where engineering meets obsession and performance becomes a statement, then stay tuned. Like, subscribe, and comment on what you want to see covered next. The Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 represents the most direct translation of MotoGP engineering ever offered to the public. It exists at the intersection of racing obsession and everyday accessibility. Ducati designed this machine not as a tribute to its Desmosedici GP bike, but as an accessible variant born from the same DNA. That means every contour, component, and calibration has been shaped by the pursuit of milliseconds. The story of the 2024 Panigale V4R begins years before it appeared in showrooms. It starts in Ducati's relentless chase for championship dominance. The V4R is not merely a production motorcycle. It is the homologation special that allows Ducati to compete at the highest level of world superbike competition, a platform where race development directly fuels what ends up on the street. To understand why this model matters, you have to consider how Ducati has positioned itself. Unlike brands that divide their racing programs from their road products, Ducati uses competition as a living laboratory. What the engineers learn on the circuit is translated, almost verbatim, into their production line. The result is a machine like the 2024 Panigale V4R, which embodies both technical arrogance and practical genius. It is an instrument built to deliver the same sensations a professional racer feels, yet calibrated to satisfy legal requirements for road use. That duality is what makes it so fascinating. It is both weapon and sculpture, raw intent wrapped in polished aluminum and carbon fiber. The core of the Panigale V4R 2024 is the Desmosedici Stradale R engine, a 998 cubic centimeters V4 designed to reach absurd revs that touch 16,500 revolutions per minute in sixth gear. Ducati deliberately reduced displacement compared to the regular Panigale V4 to meet racing homologation limits, but offset the difference with lighter internals and materials drawn directly from MotoGP engineering. Titanium connecting rods, lighter pistons, and a dry clutch setup highlight Ducati's commitment to mechanical precision. The sound, the response, and the aggression of this motor tell you immediately that it belongs closer to the pit lane than the boulevard. Yet the brilliance lies not in its ferocity, but in its civility. It can idle in traffic, it can start every morning, and it will comply with emission standards that keep it road legal. Aerodynamics play an equally crucial role in defining the Panigale V4R. Ducati's engineers spent countless hours in the wind tunnel refining its winglets. These sculpted carbon fiber extensions provide up to 84 pounds of downforce at 186 miles per hour. On paper that might seem excessive, but on track it stabilizes braking, reduces wheelies, and improves traction on corner exit. The goal is not simply to make it faster, but to make its performance more predictable. The fairing redesign also improves cooling efficiency and reduces drag, making the 2024 model sharper and more balanced than any of its predecessors. Riding dynamics are equally influenced by the chassis evolution. Ducati used an aluminum front frame design that provides both stiffness and flexibility under extreme lean angles. The Öhlins NPX 2530 pressurized fork and TTX 36 rear shock are semi-active, adjusting in real time to rider input and surface feedback. Every change, every micro-adjustment of damping, is logged and processed by an onboard suite of sensors. Ducati calls this the rider-oriented control ecosystem. It includes traction control, slide control, engine braking control, and cornering ABS, all coordinated through a 6-axis inertial measurement unit. This technology does not dominate the experience. It simply gives riders the tools to explore their limits with confidence. Yet, even with such advanced systems, the Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 demands respect. Its ergonomics favor aggression. Clip-on handlebars and high rear sets create a position designed for tucking behind the windscreen at 180 miles per hour, not cruising downtown. The seat is firmer. The suspension communicates every grain of asphalt, and throttle response is immediate. It rewards skill, punishes hesitation, and expects commitment. In this way, Ducati preserves the purity of riding. They have not built a motorcycle to flatter the inexperienced, but to challenge them to improve. Visually, the 2024 Panigale V4R maintains the Italian design flair that has always separated Ducati from its rivals. The bike is sculptural. Every curve serves both aesthetic and aerodynamic purpose. The exposed aluminum tank references the brand's racing prototypes, while the updated fairing integrates functional vents that guide airflow for cooling efficiency. The limited graphics and serial numbering reinforce its exclusivity. Each unit is assembled by hand, a ritual that combines modern precision with artisanal attention. The fit and finish reflect Ducati's philosophy that performance should never compromise beauty. What truly defines the Panigale V4R is its mission. Ducati built it as a statement of intent, a rolling declaration that the company's racing division and its road-going products are inseparable. When a rider throws a leg over it, they are not just buying horsepower. They are participating in the same engineering conversation that drives MotoGP development. That's what makes this motorcycle resonate with enthusiasts worldwide. It's a tangible piece of the brand's racing heritage. Ownership of a Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 also signifies entry into a culture that celebrates precision, discipline, and refinement. Riders often describe it as a demanding partner, one that insists on focus and rewards mastery. The satisfaction of riding it comes not from effortless speed, but from the dialogue it creates between human and machine. Every input has weight, every mistake a lesson. Ducati understands that such engagement is what elevates a superbike from an appliance to an experience. The Panigale V4R 2024 stands as a pinnacle of what can be achieved within the limits of current technology and regulation. It is fast, yes, but its greatness lies in the nuance of how that speed is delivered. Through engineering purity rather than electronic trickery. It is the closest any rider can get to a MotoGP experience without a factory contract or a pit crew. Ducati has once again redefined the parameters of performance, and in doing so, reminded the world why the pursuit of perfection in motorcycling remains an art form. The Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 represents not only an engineering marvel, but also a philosophy of performance rooted in Ducati's racing heritage. To understand the depth of this philosophy, we must look beyond the numbers and analyze the interconnected systems that make this machine capable of transforming raw combustion into refined control. Ducati designed the Panigale V4R to serve as a proving ground for every technology developed through years of MotoGP participation. Its frame, engine, electronics, and aerodynamics are all orchestrated to deliver harmony at extreme speeds. At the heart of this harmony is the Desmosedi Stradale R engine. Its 998 cubic centimeters displacement allows Ducati to meet Superbike World Championship homologation limits, but the configuration and tuning make it one of the most aggressive street-legal motors ever produced. With race exhaust and special oil, it can generate an astonishing 240.5 horsepower. Ducati achieves this not through forced induction or oversized displacement but through meticulous optimization of friction reduction, combustion efficiency, and airflow management. Each titanium connecting rod and piston is hand-measured to ensure minimal variance. The result is a power plant that feels as if it has been precision-tuned for a single rider. The gearbox complements the engine's personality. Ducati employs a close-ratio setup that keeps the motor in its optimal power band. Quick-shifter technology allows seamless upshifts and downshifts under heavy load without disengaging the clutch. This not only improves acceleration but also enhances stability when braking into corners. In racing, milliseconds matter, and the Panigale V4R translates that urgency to the street. Every input is amplified. Throttle roll-on becomes a conversation between mechanical precision and human control. The 2024 Ducati Panigale V4R also benefits from refinements in the chassis geometry. Ducati shifted weight distribution slightly forward to enhance front-end feedback. This adjustment allows riders to commit more confidently into turns at high speed. The front frame, derived from MotoGP concepts, acts as a stressed member connecting the engine and suspension, reducing weight while increasing torsional rigidity. Combined with the semi-active Öhlins suspension, the chassis constantly adapts to the road or track surface. Sensors measure pitch, yaw, and roll, feeding data to an algorithm that recalibrates damping hundreds of times per second. The effect is near telepathic balance. Tires play an equally crucial role in this ecosystem. Ducati partnered with Pirelli to develop rubber specifically suited for the V4R's power output. These tires maintain grip under extreme lean angles while providing predictable breakaway behavior. The collaboration ensures that even as the Panigale V4R pushes performance boundaries, it remains approachable to skilled riders who rely on consistent feedback. Ducati's tire calibration maps also adjust traction control sensitivity based on compound selection and tire temperature, meaning the motorcycle's brain knows how to respond before the rider even asks. Braking performance is handled by Brembo Style Lima R calipers paired with 330mm discs at the front. These brakes offer progressive bite and precise modulation, attributes necessary when dealing with high deceleration forces from triple-digit speeds. Ducati's cornering ABS system intervenes subtly. It does not cut power abruptly but modulates pressure to maintain control while preserving cornering lines. The technology works invisibly, allowing riders to feel like heroes without realizing that complex algorithms are safeguarding every maneuver. Aerodynamics elevate the Panigale V4R into a different category of performance. The winglets are not ornamental. They produce downforce equivalent to the weight of a medium-sized dog pressing on the front wheel at highway speeds. This keeps the bike planted under acceleration, improves stability during braking, and mitigates the front wheel's tendency to lift. Ducati's engineers studied airflow patterns from the Desmoceticide GP prototype and scaled them down for road application. The result is a motorcycle that slices through air with minimal turbulence while generating necessary stability cues for the rider. Every mechanical decision in the Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 serves a singular purpose: to allow the rider to experience the immediacy of a race bike without requiring a pit crew. Ducati's electronic suite, known as the Ducati Performance Launch System, integrates wheelie control, slide control, and adjustable power modes. Riders can tailor engine response, traction thresholds, and even engine braking intensity. It transforms the motorcycle from a ferocious track weapon to a manageable sport machine with a few button presses. This versatility is rare in superbikes. It allows riders of varying skill levels to extract performance safely while learning to handle its immense power. However, this sophistication raises an interesting question. At what point does electronic assistance dilute the purity of riding? Critics argue that the layers of control reduce the rider's role to that of an operator rather than an athlete. Ducati's answer is that these technologies amplify, not replace, human skill. They enable riders to reach limits that would otherwise remain theoretical. In practice, the Panigale V4R 2024 still demands physical strength, mental focus, and precision timing. The electronics act as a guardian, not a puppet master. The design language of the Panigale V4R also tells a story. Ducati blends tradition and innovation in its styling. The sharp nose, exposed aluminum tank, and minimalist tail section convey a sense of intent. This is a motorcycle built for speed, yet every detail is executed with Italian craftsmanship. Even small elements, such as the anodized rear sets and carbon fiber fenders, reflect Ducati's obsession with both performance and presentation. Each component contributes to reducing weight, optimizing aerodynamics, or enhancing cooling. There is no decoration without function. Owning a Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 is not merely about acquiring speed. It is about participating in Ducati's ongoing experiment in human-machine symbiosis. Riders who invest in this motorcycle often find themselves transformed. They adapt to its rhythm, its precision, its demand for excellence. It is a bike that punishes complacency yet rewards dedication. For Ducati, this balance between accessibility and difficulty is intentional. It ensures that each moment on the V4R becomes memorable. The broader implication of this machine is its impact on the superbike industry. When Ducati releases a model like the Panigale V4R, it resets expectations. Other manufacturers must respond, not just with power figures, but with holistic designs that combine electronics, aerodynamics, and chassis sophistication. The V4R is not chasing others. It is leading by example, dictating the next stage of performance evolution. Ducati's approach underscores how the modern superbike is no longer defined by displacement alone, but by how effectively it integrates technology to serve the rider's will. Ultimately, The Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 is a mirror reflecting the modern age of engineering ambition. It shows what happens when a company refuses to compromise between racing purity and consumer usability. Ducati has proven that you can engineer something extreme without stripping it of elegance or everyday functionality. The Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 reaches beyond conventional definitions of performance, serving as both a technological benchmark and a philosophical statement. Ducati's engineers have created a machine that transforms the lessons of professional racing into a street-legal format, not by diluting them but by reinterpreting them for everyday use. In this sense, the Panigale V4R represents the culmination of Ducati's belief that innovation should always lead to experience, not abstraction. To appreciate how far the 2024 Ducati Panigale V4R pushes boundaries, it helps to view it as an ecosystem rather than a collection of parts. Its powertrain, aerodynamics, electronics, and chassis are integrated with a singular goal: to maintain a continuous dialogue between rider and machine. Each subsystem anticipates the needs of the other. The suspension senses pitch and adjusts damping before the rider feels instability. The engine management predicts throttle demand and fine-tunes torque delivery. The traction control reads tire slip before it becomes visible. This predictive symphony allows riders to ride faster, longer, and more confidently than ever before. This approach also redefines what performance means in the motorcycle world. In older eras, raw horsepower was the ultimate measure of excellence. The Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 challenges that notion by emphasizing usable power, efficient aerodynamics, and electronic harmony. It is not a motorcycle built to intimidate, it is built to engage. That is a subtle but critical distinction. Ducati has essentially engineered emotion into repeatable performance. The sensation of speed becomes not just physical but psychological, a blend of sensory feedback and trust in the machine. The 2024 Panigale V4R also demonstrates how regulation can drive innovation rather than hinder it. Emission and noise restrictions have forced Ducati to explore new ways of achieving high performance without brute force. The engineers focused on friction reduction, thermal management, and combustion precision to extract maximum power from a smaller displacement. The use of advanced coatings, ultralight materials, and revised intake geometry are direct responses to these challenges. This process has made the V4R not just more powerful but more efficient and durable. It proves that boundaries, when approached creatively, can produce breakthroughs. From a cultural perspective, the Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 reinforces Ducati's role as a guardian of motorcycling's emotional core. In a time when many performance vehicles rely heavily on digital mediation, Ducati preserves the analog spirit within a digital framework. The bike's controls, while electronically assisted, never feel detached. The throttle remains tactile, the brakes communicate texture, and the chassis responds organically. It is an electronic masterpiece that behaves like a mechanical instrument. That fidelity of feedback is what transforms an impressive motorcycle into a legendary one. This balance between innovation and tradition carries real consequences for the future of superbikes. Competitors study Ducati's approach because it proves that authenticity and technology can coexist. The Panigale V4R 2024 sets expectations for how future machines will merge rider assistance with genuine skill expression. It shows that progress does not have to mean removing the human element. It can mean amplifying it. Ducati has achieved a synthesis where electronics serve intuition rather than replace it. Even within Ducati's own history, the 2024 Panigale V4R stands apart. Previous generations of Panigale focused on outright performance and lightweight design, but this version refines every dimension. The electronic suite is smarter, the aerodynamics more efficient, and the ergonomics more inclusive for track and street. Ducati listened to both professional racers and civilian riders to fine-tune geometry, power delivery, and cooling. It reflects a maturity in Ducati's design philosophy. Technology now serves emotion, not ego. The psychological experience of riding the Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 cannot be overstated. Riders describe it as an encounter with controlled intensity. The acceleration feels endless yet predictable. The brakes convey confidence instead of fear. It invites you to lean deeper, brake later, and trust the system beneath you. The Panigale V4R makes performance accessible without making it trivial. That emotional calibration may be its greatest achievement. In practical terms, Ducati also addresses the realities of ownership. Maintenance intervals, engine reliability, and component durability have improved substantially over earlier homologation specials. Ducati's engineers invested in materials that can withstand the extreme stresses of both track days and daily rides. Despite its race-bred DNA, the Panigale V4R 2024 can function as a long-term companion rather than a fragile collector's item. This transformation from exotic to durable marks a turning point in Ducati's product evolution. The ripple effect of the Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 extends far beyond its performance statistics. It influences design trends, pushes rival manufacturers to innovate, and redefines customer expectations for premium superbikes. It proves that a motorcycle can be a technological laboratory, a piece of art, and a cultural symbol all at once. Ducati has successfully merged the language of engineering with the poetry of motion. Ultimately, the Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 leaves riders and enthusiasts with a deeper appreciation for what motorcycling can represent. It demonstrates that the pursuit of speed is not simply about reaching a destination faster, but about refining the journey itself. Every curve, every shift, every pulse of the engine becomes a reminder that mastery and passion can coexist within precision machinery. Ducati's achievement lies not only in building the most advanced superbike of its time, but in preserving the timeless connection between human ambition and mechanical brilliance. The Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 stands as a landmark in motorcycling history because it transforms MotoGP pedigree into something riders can actually live with. It closes the loop on a decades-long experiment. How far can race technology evolve before it stops being usable on the street? Ducati has found the sweet spot where competition engineering and everyday practicality overlap. That intersection defines both its identity and its impact on the future of superbikes. Every element of the 2024 Ducati Panigale V4R demonstrates what happens when a company refuses to compromise between performance and accessibility. Its Desmacetici Straydale are engine channels MotoGP-level precision, while its chassis and electronics convert extreme power into grace. Ducati's strategy is not to build the most intimidating motorcycle, but the most complete expression of performance. Riders who experience the V4R quickly realize that its beauty lies not in brute force, but in how intelligently that force is delivered. The influence of the Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 extends beyond the brand's fanbase. It forces every rival to reconsider what defines a flagship superbike. Others may match power output or electronic sophistication, but Ducati has created a benchmark that fuses design, engineering, and emotion into a single statement. The aerodynamic winglets, the responsive suspension, and the sensory feedback all serve a unified philosophy: to make the machine disappear beneath the rider until only motion remains. Its legacy will also be cultural. The Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 reaffirms that superbikes are not dying relics in a world moving toward electrification and automation. They are evolving into more refined expressions of craftsmanship and technology. Ducati has shown that emotion and progress can coexist. You can pursue sustainability and precision without losing soul. The V4R is proof that the art of motorcycling still thrives in the modern age, where passion meets software, and every ride becomes an experiment in perfection. For enthusiasts, the takeaway is clear. The Ducati Panigale V4R 2024 is more than a machine. It is an experience that redefines what street legal can mean. It embodies how performance, innovation, and heritage can align into something unforgettable. The lessons from its creation will shape Ducati's next generation of motorcycles, and perhaps inspire an entirely new era of superbikes. Whether you ride or simply appreciate the pursuit of excellence, the V4R reminds us why the connection between human skill and mechanical mastery will always matter.